Hi, my name is Sammy. I'm with TV Grapevine, and it is such an honor to speak with you.
Nice to
Hi,
speak with
Sammy.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. So, why don't you each tell me a little bit about your characters and roles in this incredible project? I'm so excited for it.
Go ahead,
Go
Elena.
ahead, David.
All right, I'll jump in. Well, first off, my job started with the script, writing the script with Adam, and then, of course, directing the film, setting it up for the actors to have a space to go. And, in terms of the mayor character, I have played numerous characters like this, so I wrote something that I thought would be in my wheelhouse, and that's kind of how I jumped into that and drew from kind of past performances in a way in that one.
I
Nice.
play Detective Keys, who is Josh's partner in the film. And they have a long history together, working together. And so I really wanted her to be kind of a grounding force in the story that it has his back the whole time and is hopefully going to help him get to the bottom of this.
And what would you say is the biggest challenges about playing your roles?
Go ahead, Elena.
Well, I think my main challenge was that I didn't even audition or even have a look at the script until 6 days before I was on location. So I had less than a week to prepare for this role, and so part of it was just the challenge of making sure I learn all the dialogue. But luckily, once I got there, Josh was in a similar situation. He hadn't had it that much longer, so we were just constantly running lines together. And character-wise, it was really helpful that we were filming at a real police station. So I had access to the police officers who were also our extras to ask them how I would react in certain situations, what my character would do, and that was invaluable to have on set.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge as a director who's acting in the film is, on the one hand, as a director, you're looking at the scope of the story. You're making sure you're telling the story and you're making sure that the performances are moving the story forward. As an actor, I got to focus just on my moment to moment as the actor in the scene. And so it's a little tricky because you do the take, then you run to the monitor. I want to see the playback. I want to make sure we got the shot right. Then I got to jump back into the scene. But honestly, this is where experience comes in and having directed 5 movies and acted in about, I don't know, 60 plus. It just like riding a bike. So you jump from chair to chair and it's just kind of natural. But again, one of the things we've been talking about through all these interviews is we stuck to the most important things and we didn't overthink stuff. We didn't lose time or headspace in overthinking things. We got right to the meat of it. And that really helped by constantly moving forward as we're shooting. There was no time to kind of conflate things and contemplate how should I do this or how should I do that. You just go right into it.
And actually, you just actually got me my next question, Elena. You said you worked with cops. Tell me a little bit about that experience. I'm the daughter of a cop, so I'm really curious about how that kind of came into play. Both of you.
Well, I didn't know when we showed up, I didn't know we were going to be filming at a real police station until we showed up at it. And then I was told that, well, all these extras are the real police officers from this station. And I was like, fantastic. Yes, I have just like an unlimited amount of knowledge here that I can draw from. And they were so lovely. I think a lot of them had worked on previous productions, so they weren't new to the filmmaking world. And that was helpful too, because that meant they knew a little bit about filmmaking, but they had their whole police officer background that we could then draw from. And yeah, it was just, they were so lovely, so kind, and so willing to help us, not just with in terms of like how my character would react in certain situations, but even things like, okay, well, if I'm handcuffing someone, how am I going to do this? I wanted everything to look real. That was very important to me.
Yeah, I've done several films with these guys in the town of Mississippi, this police force and the town itself. So three that I've directed in this town and used these cops. They're my friends. They're not only were they essential to the movie in terms of the stuff Elena was talking about and giving us consultation, but also just the fact of their presence. They were the extras. They were the cops in the movie. They were the cop cars were theirs. The Bearcat was theirs. The police drone was theirs. And of course the entire building they let us film in, which was wild when there's actual prisoners in the holding cells, which happened a couple times. But it was a very real experience, and like Elena said, we drew on their knowledge to make sure we were doing things correctly.
Beautiful, and I really respect you for that. Like I said, daughter of a cop, that means the world to me. And they told me it's time to wrap up. Cheers here because I love you guys, and I want to say thank you so much. I'm proud of you, and I can't wait to talk to you soon.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much,
so much.
Sandy.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Likewise. Bye, guys.
Bye.